Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling this thing about gate lice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know those people who swarm the gate before their boarding group's called?
Yeah, those are the worst.
Well, American Airlines is testing out some new tech to deal with it,
Interesting.
and we're going to break it all down.
Sounds good.
So we've got articles from Time and The Independent
Mm-hmm.
helping us see what's going on, especially with the Thanksgiving travel rush coming up.
Makes sense, yeah. It's definitely timely with so many people about to fly.
So no more walk of shame for these gate lice.
Well, it seems like American Airlines is aiming for something a little more discreet, but
Okay.
hopefully just as effective.
I'm curious, how are they actually managing this?
So picture this. Over 100 airports now have these new handheld scanners for gate agents.
Mhm.
And when a passenger walks up, the agent scans their boarding pass.
So it's like a regular ticket check.
It's more than that. It actually verifies if that person is in the group currently boarding.
So no more, oh, I'm almost in this group excuses.
Exactly. No more guesswork. And get this, there's a sound cue, too.
Oh, really?
If you're good to board, there's a pleasant two-tone sound.
Okay.
But if you try to jump the line, let's just say the rejection sound is a bit different.
Not like a siren or anything, I hope.
No, nothing like that. It's not about public shaming, it seems.
Gotcha.
Just a subtle way to signal, hey, wrong group, buddy.
I bet it's still pretty effective in getting the point across.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. The whole point is to bring some order to what can be a chaotic scene.
Makes sense.
And American Airlines is framing this as enhancing the boarding experience for everyone.
Especially those who shelled out extra for priority boarding.
Exactly. They want those perks to actually mean something.
Did they try this out before?
Apparently, they did some initial trials. Julie Reth, she's the senior VP of airport operations at American.
Okay.
She was quoted in one of the articles saying they got good feedback
Oh, that's good.
from both passengers and employees. But the real test is now. They're rolling this out just before Thanksgiving,
Wow.
when they're expecting 8.3 million passengers.
Yeah.
That's 500,000 more than last year.
That's a ton of people.
Yeah.
Talk about a trial by fire.
It's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
I hope it doesn't cause more delays, especially during the holidays.
Well, they seem to have thought this through. The rollout's strategic. They started at smaller airports
Huh?
to work out any kinks,
Okay.
and now they're expanding to the big hubs.
Fine.
It'll be fascinating to see how it impacts everything, especially with so many travelers.
I was wondering about that, how people are reacting. We're hoping for something a bit more, shall we say, dramatic.
Oh, you know the internet. Always got opinions. Some definitely wanted more public shaming.
Right.
But a lot of aviation experts think this quieter approach is better for efficiency.
Yeah, imagine holding up the line to publicly shame every person who tries to board early.
Yeah, it'd be a mess. Henry Hartfeld, an airline analyst, he was quoted in the Time article saying the goal is to bring order
Yeah.
and prevent more delays,
Yeah.
not to make a spectacle of anyone.
So it's about keeping things moving smoothly.
That's the idea.
It makes you wonder, though, will this actually deter the really determined gate lice?
That's the million-dollar question.
You know, those folks who materialize out of thin air the second boarding's announced.
Right. Will this be a speed bump or actually change how people behave?
That's a good question.
And is this just a Band-Aid fix?
Yeah.
Are we ignoring the real root of this gate lice behavior?
It makes you wonder what's causing all this passenger anxiety in the first place.
What makes people so desperate to be first on the plane?
We need to go a little deeper here.
Yeah, let's explore the psychology behind this gate lice phenomenon.
I like it.
Maybe it'll give us some clues about how to improve the whole travel experience.
Okay, now we're talking. We'll explore that in part 2 of our deep dive.
So why the rush, right? Why do people feel this need to push ahead even when it's clearly not their turn?
Yeah, is it all about overhead bin space? Or is there I don't know, a deeper fear of missing out, maybe some sense of entitlement going on?
Maybe it's that herd mentality.
Oh yeah, like those zebras trying to outrun the lion.
Haha, maybe there's something to that. But seriously, I think it's a few things mixed together. Obviously, no one wants to check their bag.
Ugh, tell me about it. I had to gate check once,
Yeah.
and my bag ended up in Cleveland.
Oh, no.
I was in Miami. Not exactly a beach vacation without a swimsuit.
That's a travel nightmare. But yeah, beyond just bags, think about the whole airport experience. It's already stressful. Everyone's anxious.
Yeah.
Just wanting to get to their destination.
And sometimes, honestly, it feels like boarding just adds to the stress instead of helping.
Absolutely. Long lines, confusing announcements, people shoving.
Yeah, you're right.
It creates this urgency even when there's no need to rush.
So people start justifying their behavior even if they know they shouldn't.
Exactly. They're thinking, oh, I'm only a few groups behind, it's fine, or, well, everyone else is doing it.
And it just keeps getting worse.
It becomes a cycle.
That's where this new tech from American Airlines might be interesting. Like with those sound cues, it's clear who can board, no more gray areas.
Maybe that's what some people need, a little more structure to calm the travel jitters.
But let's be real, some people are always going to try to beat the system.
Oh, for sure. The diehard gate lice, they'll find a way.
I can already see them like hanging back, then making a mad dash when the group's called.
Or blending in with those big families boarding early.
Maybe we'll see a black market for fake baby carriers stuffed with pillows.
That's a funny image. But honestly, do you think this is just a temporary fix?
Yeah, a Band-Aid on a bigger problem.
Will it actually change behavior long term, or is it ignoring the root cause? It's too early to tell.
So, zooming out, what else makes boarding so chaotic? Is it the airlines or just human nature?
It's complicated. One big thing is carry-on luggage, with those checked bag fees.
It's not just the fees, though. People are worried about their bags getting lost.
With all the travel disruptions, yeah, I get it.
So even if we magically got rid of all the gate lice, we'd still have the bin space issue.
Exactly.
So what's the solution? Are we stuck with this forever?
Not necessarily. Some airlines are trying new boarding methods, like assigning seats within boarding groups to lessen that need to rush.
I've seen that.
Others are doing pre-boarding for families or people needing assistance, which makes things less stressful.
Those are good ideas, but they don't solve the main thing. Too much stuff.
That's true. Maybe airlines could make checking bags more appealing, like discounts or perks.
Or maybe we need to redesign plane cabins. You know, like on bullet trains, they have those luggage compartments above.
Yeah, or maybe in the future we'll have personal luggage robots that follow us around and load themselves onto the plane.
Okay, now that's a future I'm excited for. But for now, it's gate lice and the babble for bin space.
For now, yeah. But who knows what new ideas will come up. Maybe this tech is the first step towards a more civilized way to board.
Hopefully. But wouldn't it be amazing if we could go beyond just civilized and actually make travel enjoyable?
I like what you're thinking. What if air travel wasn't just transactional? What if we could rediscover that excitement of flying?
Imagine airports designed not just for efficiency, but for like passenger well-being, tranquil spaces, cool exhibits,
Yeah, I like that.
even chances for passengers to interact, from different cultures.
That'd be amazing. Airports as destinations in themselves, not just places of stress.
And maybe, just maybe, if the whole experience was better, the gate lights would just disappear.
Interesting thought. People rediscovering patience and courtesy.
That'd be something.
Even if that doesn't happen, at least we're having these conversations. Airlines are trying new things. People are speaking up. And maybe we'll find a way to make travel better for everyone.
That's a great point. Well, let's take a quick break and come back for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore some of those potential paths forward. So, talking about all this gate lice stuff, it's making me think maybe it's just a tiny part of a bigger problem.
I think I see what you're getting at. Like, we're fixated on this one behavior.
Yeah.
But maybe it shows us the bigger anxieties and frustrations we all have with travel today.
Exactly. It's like the boarding process is this pressure cooker, and everything just explodes.
Makes sense. Air travel these days, it can be so complicated.
Oh, yeah.
So many demands, long security lines, baggage fees, those tiny seats.
That's true.
So many things that can stress you out.
You're already on edge about making your flight, then it's like this obstacle course.
Right.
By the time you get to the gate, your patience is just gone.
And then you see those gate lice pushing ahead.
Right.
It just makes you feel like it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's like a fight for, I don't know, limited resources.
In space,
Yeah.
a sense of control, anything.
In a situation where you feel like you have none.
So maybe the gate lice aren't really the bad guys.
Interesting point. Maybe they're just as trapped in this system as everyone else. It makes you think just punishing them with technology might not solve anything.
It might not even help.
Maybe we need a bigger solution.
Yeah.
Something that makes passengers less anxious and improves the whole travel experience.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Like, we need to rethink how we see air travel. Not just as a transaction, getting from point A to point B, but like rediscovering that joy of flying.
You mean bringing back the romance of travel, even with all the airport chaos?
Exactly. What if airports were designed not just to be efficient,
Yeah.
but to make people feel good? Yeah. Imagine like Tranquil spaces to relax, cool exhibits,
I like it.
even chances for passengers to connect, from different cultures.
That would change things for sure. Airports as destinations, not just stressful places.
And maybe, just maybe, if the whole experience was better,
Yeah.
this whole gate lice thing would just go away.
People being patient again, being courteous.
It'd be amazing.
Even if that's a dream, at least we're talking about it, right?
Right.
Airlines are trying new things. People are speaking up.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, we'll find a way to make travel better for everyone.
It gives us something to think about. So as we wrap up our deep dive into gate lice,
Yeah.
let's leave our listeners with a final thought.
Instead of just complaining about those gate lice, let's be part of the solution, right? Pack lighter, be mindful of others, take a deep breath.
Yeah,
We can all make travel a bit more enjoyable.
I love that. Maybe the answer isn't just tech or rules,
Right.
but changing our own attitudes.
We're all in this together, navigating this crazy world of travel.
Exactly.
A little kindness goes a long way.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into gate lice
My pleasure.
and the search for a better travel experience. Safe travels, everyone.